everybody. It's good to be at our weekly chapel Bible time. We finished up the season of Easter a couple weeks ago. We had 50 Easter season days, and on the last Easter season day we celebrated Pentecost, and we had the fire of the Holy Spirit came to the followers of Jesus, and they were able to go out and tell wonderful things about Jesus and God's love. And last week we started learning about some people who became an important part of sharing God's love with everybody. And we learned about a disciple whose name was Matthias, and he was chosen by God. Can everybody say Matthias? Yeah, see if we can say it really loud so Miss Lisa can hear it. 1, 2, 3. And Matthias was chosen by God to be a follower, to go out and share the good news about Jesus. And today we're going to meet someone else, and we got 3 volunteers. Let's give our volunteers a hand. Give them a hand for volunteers, all right? Very good, all right. So we've got 1 volunteer, and his name was Saul. Can everybody say Saul? Saul, right. And Saul liked to read the Bible and know everything in the Bible, but he was kind of, he thought people should not believe in Jesus. And it was kind of an odd thing, but he said, nobody should believe in Jesus, and I want to find all the people who believe in Jesus and stop them. So he set out on a trip, and he got a friend. Everybody say, hey, Saul's friend.
Hey, Saul's friend.
All right, and Saul and his friend, Saul said to his friend, we need to go to Damascus. All right, did you say that? Everybody say Damascus.
Damascus.
And we need to stop some people there who are believing in Jesus. So Saul and his friend, they're going to have to stay a little farther apart today. They started walking on a long trip. I'm kind of walking around on a circle. And they came back this way. And they were on their trip. And all of a sudden on the trip, a huge light. Everybody see a light? Yeah. A huge light from the sky shone down on Saul. And it was so bright, it blinded Saul. And Saul couldn't even see the light was so bright. And it blinded him so much, it made Saul, we won't make her do this, but it made Saul fall on the ground. And it just overwhelmed Saul. And all of a sudden, Saul heard a voice from heaven calling his name. Saul, Saul. And guess whose voice it was? It was Jesus' voice. This was after Jesus had gone back to heaven. And the voice said, Saul, why are you trying to stop people from believing in me? And Saul said, who are you?
Who are you?
And the voice said, it is Jesus. Everybody say that.
It is Jesus.
And he said, Saul, I have a special purpose for you. You will go and tell everybody in the world about me and help others believe in me. And so Saul got up, but Saul still couldn't see because the light had blinded him so much. So his friend helped him. Y'all have to stay apart though, but pretend like you're helping him. And they went all the way to Damascus. I'll come out here to Damascus. Everybody say Damascus again.
Damascus.
And while they were there, Saul waited for 3 days. Let's count our 3 days. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, while Saul was waiting 3 days, there was another person. Oh, we forgot about him. And the other person's name was Ananias. Everybody say, hey, Ananias.
Hey, Ananias.
And Jesus came to Ananias and spoke in a vision and said, Ananias, I've got something for you to do. There's a man named Saul here, and he needs some help. I want you to go to him. And Ananias said, I've heard about Saul.
I've heard about Saul.
And he was trying to stop people from following Jesus.
And he was trying to stop people from following Jesus.
And I'm afraid of him.
And I'm afraid of him.
But the voice of Jesus said, don't be afraid, Ananias. I have a special purpose for Saul, and you need to go and help him. And so Ananias said, okay.
Okay.
not sure about it,
I'm not sure about it,
but if you tell me to do it,
but if you tell me to do it,
that's what I'll do.
that's what I'll do.
So Ananias went to Saul and said, "Where's Saul? Where's Saul?" And his friend said, "He's inside and he still can't see."
He's inside, he still can't see.
So Ananias went in. And Ananias said, "Saul, the Lord sent me to you."
Saul, the Lord sent me.
And Ananias raised up his hands and put his hands actually put them on, but we won't do that. Put his hands on Saul and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit." And then got some water. What do you think she did with the water?
Poured it on.
Poured it, baptized, right. So got some water, just pretend like you're going to put some water on Saul. And baptized Saul with the water, and all of a sudden, something fell off of Saul's eyes that looked like white scales. And they fell off Saul's eyes, and Saul said, "I can see,
I can see.
and I have a purpose.
I have a purpose.
I will tell everyone
I will tell everyone
about Jesus."
about Jesus.
Very good. And from that day on, Saul was able to go and started traveling all over the world to tell people about Jesus and help people believe. All right? Let's give our helpers a hand. Right? Good job. So all that happened, it was like months and months after Jesus went back to heaven to be with God. But Jesus, even though he was in heaven with God, was still working to change people's lives and help them know that they were very special and had something important to do. And even though Saul didn't believe in Jesus, Jesus came and found Saul, and with the light and everything that happened, helped Saul's whole life change so that he could tell people about Jesus. And Jesus is still here. We can't see Jesus with our eyes today, but we know that Jesus is still here to love every one of us and to change our hearts. If our hearts are ever mean or angry, like Saul's hearts were mean and angry, he helps us change. Jesus comes so that our hearts can be changed, and we can share the Holy Spirit, and when we baptize people, so that we all can share the good news of Jesus and help people know about God's love. All right? Do you think that was a good thing that happened for Saul? Yeah. Do you think that was an awesome thing that Jesus did for him? Yeah, very good. And Jesus is doing awesome things for us every day as he changes our hearts. And sometimes our hearts can get upset or angry or be sad or have bad feelings. And we know that Jesus is there to come and help us by sharing the light of God's love. All right? Let's say light of God's love. Can we do that? Light of God's love. All right? We're going to pray our prayer and then we'll sing a song. Okay? So let's fold our hands. Let's pray. Dear God, thanks for loving us so much. Thanks for letting Jesus come and change Saul's heart forever. Always work your power to change my heart so that I might share God's love with everyone. Amen. All right, we're going to sing. Y'all help. We've been learning a song about joy and peace. And how does that go? Can y'all help me remember it? It's like, I've got peace like a what? River. I got peace like a river. How do we do river? Do river like this, right? And what else do we have? Right, joy like a fountain, right? And what's the other one? Love like the ocean, right? Because Saul's heart was filled with peace, love, and joy after Jesus came and talked to him. All right, so y'all help me sing it. Ready? Sing loud so everybody at home can hear it. Here we go. Ready? I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. My soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. In my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like the fountain. I've got joy like the fountain in my soul. In my soul. I've got joy like the fountain. I've got joy like the fountain. I've got joy like the fountain in my soul. In my soul. Ready? Once. I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean in my soul.
In my soul.
I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean in my soul. Very good. Well, we'll be together again next week, and we're going to hear a story about somebody else who came to believe in Jesus, and Jesus used them to do wonderful things. And it's so good to be together and know Jesus is with us and can fill our hearts with God's love each and every day. Right? So thank y'all for being. Everybody say goodbye to people who are still watching at home.
Bye.
All right. Very good. Thank you.